The beautiful thing about entrepreneurship and startups generally that you get to have two families, your own and your own startup family. My name is Reem Al Musabbah. I am a multipreneur and an advocate for youth empowerment and technology. Throughout my humble journey in entrepreneurship, I've been leading a couple of initiatives in youth empowerment, in technology innovation, startups and development. I wear multiple hats. One of them is founder of Retech IT Software House and also the co-founder at eSal Solutions, and I'm also a founder at Unipreneur Incorporation.
We want to know more about the beginnings of Reem and how it all started.
So it all started back at university. I remember I received an email from SIP, Science Innovation Park, where they were looking for innovative ideas in the area of technology, and anyone can apply. I didn't know anything about business or what does it mean to be an entrepreneur. So I just applied for the fun of applying, that's it. And since then, it just opened a new page in my life, and I've been very grateful because of the amazing network that I managed to meet, and all of this cultivated to my passion in entrepreneurship. The beautiful thing about entrepreneurship and startups generally that you get to have two families, your own and your own startup family.
Tell us about your childhood and how it was.
Well, I was the hyper kid. I'm the oldest, so I had to set the good example to my siblings, but at the same time, I was always, stating my opinion, getting it my way, and whatever I want, I'm gonna get it. So this was Reem during her childhood. Alhamdulillah, my parents, especially my grandma, were the pillars of my strength and encouragement through this journey of entrepreneurship. And since then, they've been very supportive.
We spoke earlier about influential figures. Can you tell me more about your relationship with your grandma and how it influenced your life?
An amazing lady who's been supportive since day one, despite not even her understanding what is it like to be an entrepreneur and what's the difference between a businessman and the difference between an entrepreneur. But throughout the journey, I remember whenever I come back from meetings that can go back and forth until 9 p.m., I would just sit with her and let out my heart in terms of the challenges, the setbacks, the conflicts that I have with my team members, and she was always there listening and accepting and observing and telling me what I should do next. So this kind of support and having that person in the household who can literally just listen and accept what's going on and try to understand and be in your shoes is what my amazing grandma has provided.
The UAE is a thriving ecosystem that's growing rapidly. It provides startups with a large market to tap into, and the country's population is also very young and educated. Can you tell us more about what kind of support does the UAE provide for entrepreneurs?
It's quite critical that we foster and nurture the talent locally, especially when it comes to digital competencies, and that's my area, and most of my startups are also in fintech, technology, retail, tech. I'm very keen about the importance of fostering local digital competencies, accelerating also the growth and the accountability of fellow entrepreneurs, especially Emiratis, and also moving and promoting a green knowledge economy. So these kind of three areas are very critical that we tackle, and that's why initiatives like these and collaboration and showcasing amazing Emirati women plays a pivotal role in promoting the overall strategy. I am as passionate when it comes to giving back to society. And speaking of which, I'll just highlight Unipreneur, which is my social startup. It's an engagement platform for aspiring entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, change makers, regardless of their nationality, where we create a series of workshops, panel discussions, hackathons, and even co-create incubation programs with various university and school. So throughout my experience also in being a former board member in the Dubai Youth Council and a VP in Al Ghurair Foundation, I have played a critical role in leading and launching and developing initiatives nationwide in the UAE. So all of this cultivated to the notion of How can we empower the youth? How can we provide them with programs that really tackles their pain points? What can we do to support them, to take them to the next stage, to include them in policy making also and decision making? All of this is about giving back to the community, because I've received, alhamdulillah, a lot of support. How can I utilize my privilege to help others? A couple of our fellow ambassadors at Unipreneur, I remember that lady, she came to me. We had a hackathon, and during the end of the hackathon she came to me and she's like, because of you, you inspired me to quit a certain job and pursue my dream. So this small phrase is quite powerful, because you're literally changing the trajectory of someone's life in terms of available support and the different policies that have been launched by the government in terms of supporting entrepreneurs at the different stages, having also focused incubation and accelerator programs per sector. This all has contributed to the overall betterment of the entrepreneurship ecosystem here in the UAE, with the mandate of having UAE as a global innovation hub. In one of my favorite books, the Sheikh CEO, Sheikh Mohammed states in one of his quotes that the future does not wait for the hesitant. The more we understand and the more we learn, the more we know that there's lots and lots to unleash in terms of our potential. So we live in such a beautiful country that believes youth in general are the asset of the future. And I can see a lot of improvement in terms of positioning UAE in a global competitive scale of being a global innovation hub, and also diversified economy. And again, I'm going to emphasize on the importance of green knowledge industries that we're going to tackle.
Can you tell us about the importance of collaboration and building a collaborative ecosystem and environment?
Currently, when we see the trends in technology, especially, also I'll be a bit biased, speaking of startups and entrepreneurship sector, intergenerational products are very critical. There is like trillions and a trillion billion of market that is untapped when it comes to older generations that should be also incorporated with what we do on daily basis. How can we create, as mentioned, intergenerational products that fits their needs, that fits the requirements, and we don't look at age as a number, but we look at it as a stage that we can improve, that we can collaborate and support each other. So seeing such initiatives is very critical, and it supports the mandates also to position UAE as a global innovation hub in terms of an inclusive society that supports everyone from youngsters to adults to old people, and have an interesting collaborative environment, and that's what we need. Currently, we're working on a couple of projects that not just focus the demographics of youth or old adults, but also focus on people 50 plus years, and how can they be part of the rush of AI and technology. Always be open to learning, and it's very important that you pivot. Having a mindset that is open to pivoting is very critical. And currently also I mentor a couple of people, so I always tell them about the importance of lean startup methodology. You need to iterate, get the feedback, and rerun the cycle again. So be open to changes and just follow your vision. In terms of having a resilient mindset, focused mindset, looking at stuff from a different perspective, and most importantly is embracing failure. So this is what the startup journey teaches you, that you need to look at failure as a stepping stone to success.